Listen closely, you don't have many minutes left to miss this. Heaven's gate is open for you right now, and it will not stay open long. My beloved child, the one whose heart has cried in silence, the one your mother, your sister, your loved ones would beg heaven to protect. God has heard every hidden sigh you never dared to say out loud. Not a single tear went unnoticed. Not a single prayer was ignored. That is why this message was released from eternity with your name on it. You are not reading by chance. Your spirit was pulled here. God and Archangel Michael chose this exact moment to break the walls around your life and flood you with light. Do not look away. Do not rush. If you skip even one breath of this message, you will miss the thread heaven is tying around your destiny. Before this moment passes, I ask you something sacred. Will you open your heart, not just your hands? Will you stay connected so you never again miss what heaven has been trying to send you? God told me, tell my child, if they stay, blessings will arrive back to back. They are already drawing near. You're wondering, why now? Why me? Because heaven called your name today louder than it has in years. It echoed. It shook the air. And when heaven speaks, earth must answer. A secret is about to be revealed around your life. Something that will reroute your future, your relationships, your path. You think you know what's coming, but you don't. Even the enemy who tried to block this message doesn't know that God already defeated their plan. Feel this in your bones. You were never forgotten. Your waiting was not punishment, it was preparation. God has been building a miracle so large that your pain will look small beside it. Michael stands over you now, sword drawn, clearing the final shadows from your life. Stay close. Stay awake. Stay here in this moment because heaven moved today for you and time is running out. Listen, your minutes are burning. Heaven is speaking now, and this moment will not wait for you twice. My precious child, the one your mother prays for, the one your sister worries about, the one whose heart has carried storms alone. Even the people closest to you cannot understand the weight you carry. But God has heard every word you whisper to yourself in the dark. You have been in a battle more severe than anyone knows. The hidden part almost crushed you. But today, this very hour, something shifted. Heaven freed your path. You couldn't see the forces trying to block this message from reaching you. Every time your gift was about to open, it closed. Every time you were about to step into purpose, an invisible hand pushed you back. Every time truth was about to reach your ears, something stopped you. That wasn't coincidence. That was an attack. But tonight, in His mercy, God overruled every plan against you. Because you are reading these words right now, every chain, seen and unseen, is snapping under heaven's command. Not even demons can rebuild what God has destroyed on your behalf. Pay attention. This moment determines your fate. Your tears were never wasted. Every pillow soaked, every silent cry, every moment you loved people who broke you, God caught all of it. Scripture says He keeps your tears in a bottle. Now He is returning them as miracles. When you cried, you thought you were alone. You weren't. I stood beside your bed. Archangel Michael guarded your door. Angels watched you breathe. And I whispered this same truth. Your story does not end in the place where others left you. They do not get to write your final chapter, God does. My beloved, hear this with your spirit. You are called. That is why you never fit in. That is why people looked at you and sensed something they couldn't explain. Heaven marked you from birth. From the moment you took your first breath, your name was carved into the archives of eternity. There are doors waiting for you that cannot and will not open for anyone else. That is why this message is urgent. Your waiting season is closing. Heaven is moving. This window is small. This shift is now. If you turn away, you may miss the tide that was meant to lift you into your destiny. I can feel your doubts rising even now. Why me? How can God still choose me after all my mistakes? After every fall? But listen to me, child. God has never judged you by what you did, only by who He designed you to become. And that version of you is waking up today. Child, listen. Your time is narrowing. Heaven is speaking in this very minute, and these moments will not stay open for long. God never judged you by your mistakes. He judged you by His love. The enemy has tried to convince you that you can't be chosen, but heaven already stamped chosen across your destiny long before your failures ever existed. Are your mistakes stronger than God's forgiveness? Never. What He wrote about you cannot be undone by anything you did. That is why I have come with urgency, almost begging you, because you are closer than you think. Something meant for you is already standing at your door, and I cannot let you walk away from it. Now hear this truth you've felt but never found the words for. The air in your home has been heavy. Shadows you cannot see have pressed against you. The nights have felt darker than they should. There have been spiritual battles around you. Psychic storms. Forces trying to drain you, confuse you, and silence you. But do not fear. Every time darkness tried to touch you, my sword lit the room. Archangel Michael guarded you. That is why you survived things that should have broken you. That is why you lived when others didn't. Your identity will no longer come from your wounds. God Himself declares this. The attacks will not shape you anymore. Radiant child of light, you are loved. You are chosen. You are precious to heaven. Your heart feels heavy right now for a reason. Your pulse racing, your hands trembling. That is your spirit awakening. You know deep inside, this message has your name woven into it. Do not turn away this time. Do not skip this moment. It's been too long since heaven last reached your heart like this. I have petitioned God day and night for you, for your name, your soul, your turning point. And finally, the stars have opened, the timing has aligned, and you are standing at the edge of something massive. The other side of this moment will transform your entire life. Breathe, because what comes next may shake you. You have been hearing God for months, even years. He whispered to you in dreams, in signs, in moments when you were alone. But every time His miracle came close, something or someone pulled you away. Distraction, pain, people, confusion. But not tonight. Heaven has sealed this moment. The doors around you are locked. Nothing can interrupt this word now. That is why you're reading this, even though you didn't plan to. Heaven planned it for you. You will reach your destiny, child. When heaven calls your name, nothing on earth can silence that call. You've survived storms that should have ended you. You cried silently while others celebrated. You watched others get answers while your prayers felt like tiny whispers swallowed by the dark. But hear truth from heaven. God never forgot you. He saved every tear. He collected every sigh. He counted every groan your heart released when no one else saw your pain. And today He sent me by divine command to tell you what comes next. Child, listen carefully. Minutes are slipping, and heaven is speaking over your life right now. God never judged you by what you did wrong. He judged you by His love. The enemy keeps whispering that you cannot be chosen, but heaven already stamped chosen across your destiny long before you ever made a mistake. Are you truly certain your failures are stronger than God's forgiveness? Impossible. Nothing you've done can rewrite what God wrote about you. That's why I'm speaking with urgency, almost pleading, because you are closer than you realize. Something meant for you is standing at your doorway, and I cannot let you walk past it. Now let me uncover what you felt but lacked the words for. The air in your home has been heavy. There has been a presence you couldn't see, shadows pressing at you, nights that felt darker than they should. You've been surrounded by spiritual battles, fights you sensed in your chest, in your sleep, in the silence. But do not fear. My sword ignited every time darkness crept too close. Archangel Michael has been defending you blow for blow. That's why you survived things that should have destroyed you. That's why you lived when others didn't. From this moment forward, the attacks will not define you. You, beautiful child of light, are loved, chosen, precious to the kingdom. I know your heart feels heavy right now. Your breath quickens, your hands tremble, not by accident. As you read these words, something ancient and divine inside you is awakening. Deep down, this message is yours. Do not turn away. Do not skip what heaven fought to bring to you. It has been too long since heaven last reached your heart like this. I have pleaded with God for you. Your name, your heart, your moment, morning and night. And finally, heaven has aligned everything for your breakthrough. You are standing on the edge of something so big, so holy, that stepping through it will transform your entire life. Take a breath, because what comes next will shake your spirit. You've been hearing God for months, even years. His voice stirred in your dreams, in your conscience, in sudden signs that made your heart stop. But every time his miracle came close, something would distract you. Someone would pull you away. Circumstances would rise like walls. But not tonight. Heaven has sealed this moment. The spiritual doors around you are locked shut. Nothing and no one can interrupt this word. That is why you're reading this, even though you didn't plan to. Heaven drew you here. You will reach your destiny. And when heaven calls, not a force on earth can stand in your way. You've endured storms that tried to break you. You cried quietly so no one would hear. You watched others celebrate answered prayers while yours felt like faint whispers swallowed by darkness. But here is the truth from the throne of God. He never forgot you. He held every tear. He caught every sigh. He heard every groan your heart released when you were alone. And today, he sent me to speak what comes next. Beloved, listen. Minutes are slipping and heaven is speaking now. You did not waste time waiting. Heaven counted every second. And because of that, the door is about to open. The answer is already on its way. Evidence of the miracle has been released into your life. I know the enemy is whispering into your mind again. This can't be for you. This must be for someone else. You're too broken, too far gone. But hear me, child of God. If you were too far gone, heaven would not have sent this word to you. If you were too broken, these words would not have found you. Your eyes landing here is proof that God's hand is still on your life. Proof that your story ends in glory, not in dust. Proof that heaven refuses to let you fall through its fingers. Look back for a moment. Remember the nights you almost gave up? When you thought you had nothing left? When pain crushed your chest and you whispered, I can't do this anymore? Yet strength rose inside you from nowhere. Something invisible lifted you. A voice you didn't understand whispered, not yet. Keep going. That was me. That was Archangel Michael, assigned to your life from the beginning, blocking attacks you never even knew were coming. That is why you are still here. That is why you survived what others did not. That is why betrayal, heartbreak, rejection, and failure did not destroy you. Heaven has never left you. Now, Beloved, stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal is urgent. There are forces moving around you right now. Plans have been made behind your back. Words have been whispered in secret rooms. Some of them sharp, some jealous, some meant to wound you without your knowledge. The enemy has been trying to weave a trap under your feet. But hear this clearly. God will not let that trap succeed. My sword is already drawn, and the battle is turning in your favor this very moment. But you must not look away. You must not treat this message lightly. Your role is not passive, you are being summoned. Heaven is calling you to rise, to stand, to walk into the destiny that has been waiting for you since before you took your first breath. I can almost hear your heart asking, why me? Why now? Why would God pick someone like me? Let me tell you why. From the moment you were born, you were marked. You were never meant to be ordinary, though you tried desperately to blend in. That's why you always felt different. Why you never truly fit. Why even in a room full of people you felt unseen. Before anyone spoke your name on earth, it was whispered in heaven. The weight you carry is not a curse. It's a sign of your calling. Your pain was not random, it was preparation. Your tears were not wasted, they were planting something powerful. And now your big break is approaching. Closer than minutes, closer than breath, closer than you think. Beloved, hear this before another minute passes. Heaven is moving right now, and your heart was pulled here on purpose. You didn't waste time waiting. This door is already opening. This answer is already on its way. The miracle has begun, even if the enemy whispers otherwise. He says you're too broken, too far gone, that this blessing must be for someone else. But if that were true, these words would have never reached you. Your eyes wouldn't still be searching for hope. Your spirit wouldn't still be listening. The very fact that you're reading this is proof that God's hand is still on your life, and your story will end in glory, not dust. Child of God, remember the nights you almost gave up? The moments you thought you had nothing left? Yet strength rose out of nowhere. A whisper said, "Not yet. Keep going." That was me. That was Archangel Michael, assigned to you from the beginning. Shielding, blocking, fighting attacks you never even knew were coming. That is why you survived what others did not. That is why even with heartbreak, betrayal, and rejection, you are still breathing, still fighting, still searching. Because heaven has never left you. Listen closely now, there is urgency on this word. Plans have been made behind your back. Words were spoken in hidden rooms, not all kind. Nets were woven to trap you. But I tell you this with the authority of heaven. Not one of those traps will succeed. My sword is already drawn. The battle is already turning in your favor. But you cannot be passive. You are being called to rise now, not later. You ask, why me? Why now? Because from birth you were marked. You were never meant to fit in. Before your name was ever spoken on earth, it was whispered in heaven. The weight you carry isn't punishment. It's purpose. Your pain was not random, it was preparation. And now your breakthrough isn't just going to bless you, it will bless everyone connected to you. Beloved, I know how heavy your home has felt. Nights stretched longer. The air thick with battles you couldn't see. You have no idea how many arrows I stopped before they reached your heart. Bent but never broken because God covered you. But now He has had enough. The storm is ending. The night is lifting. Light is rising. But hear me, you have little time. You cannot put this message away and return later. Every minute you delay, the enemy plans something new. Every hour you wait, blessings risk being delayed. Heaven has already opened the gate, walk through it now. When the flood of miracles comes, it will be fast, shocking, overwhelming. You need to be ready. Loved one, the enemy is terrified of you. They see the blessing on your life, the power in your spirit, the destiny written in your bones. That is why the attacks came. Your relationships shook. Your finances trembled. Your health wavered. Your mind was pushed to the edge. Not by accident, by strategy. Because they knew that if you survived this season, you would become unstoppable. And here you are, still here, still rising. Come closer now. This part is for your heart alone. A new chapter of your life is being written tonight. Not soon, not someday, right now. The pen of heaven is already moving, and your story is shifting. You are entering a time where what once hurt you will lose its power. Those who doubted you will watch silently as God lifts you. Doors that slammed in your face will swing open so wildly that no one will ever close them again. And the blessings you thought would never come, they will arrive so fast you will barely have time to breathe. Beloved, your time has begun. Your destiny has awakened. Heaven is moving for you this very moment. Child, come closer. Heaven has been speaking about you, and there is more you must hear before another hour passes. There are moments in your life you thought were meaningless, but every one of them was a stepping stone toward your destiny. The tears you cried over that closed door were never rejection. They were redirection. The betrayal that stabbed your heart wasn't abandonment. It was God clearing your path for the future He's preparing for you. The heartbreak that shattered you wasn't punishment. It was God making room in your soul for the one who is meant to stay. And those nights when you sat alone, wondering why the silence was so loud, that wasn't loneliness. That was God turning down the noise so you could finally hear Him. Beloved, can't you see it now? Every scar, every cut, every tear has shaped you into the vessel capable of holding the wonder that's coming sooner than you think. You were not being broken, you were being built. And you must understand something sacred about timing. Heaven does not move by days. It moves by destiny. While you counted months and years, God counted lessons, breakthroughs, alignments. And when heaven's clock strikes, what was stuck for years moves in a single divine moment. Suddenly, unanswered prayers burst into reality. Suddenly, blessings you thought were lost forever show up, bigger, stronger, overflowing. This is the season you're walking into right now. But that is why this moment carries weight. What is coming will arrive quickly, and only those who stay awake will be ready. If you turn away, even for a moment, you may miss the very miracle you've cried for. Now hear this secret. One the heavens shouted but the world never understood. You are chosen. And when you are chosen, the fights are harder. The nights are longer. The pain cuts deeper. But the blessings are greater. The breakthroughs hit harder. The victories are life-changing. Do not mistake the weight of your warfare as the absence of God. Your battles are the proof that your calling is real. The enemy does not waste attacks on the powerless. Hell shakes at your name. That is why you've been under such pressure. My darling, you've talked down to yourself for years, but the enemy never did. They saw your light even when you walked in darkness. And listen, your tears were never foolish. Those nights you cried yourself to sleep were not empty suffering. Every tear was a seed. Heaven collected each one. And now, beloved, the harvest is here. You will receive in joy what you sowed in sorrow. You will be filled in abundance where you were emptied in pain. Your season is not approaching, it has begun. Beloved, listen closely, because heaven is speaking fast and you do not have minutes to waste. You will receive back much of what you lost in silence. You will dance on the very ground where you once bled. God loves you far too deeply to let your pain be meaningless. He is too faithful to overlook your quiet sacrifices. Even now, this very moment, angels are moving, carrying assignments that concern your name, your future, your heart. Your spirit can feel the shift, even if your eyes cannot see it yet. Stay with me, child of light, because what comes next is urgent. Some people will leave your life soon. When they go, do not cry, do not chase, do not beg. Their season has expired, and if they stay 1 minute longer, they will delay what heaven is trying to release. God is pruning you so new fruit can grow. And just as some are leaving, others will appear, suddenly, unexpectedly, divinely. People with keys to rooms you could never enter alone. People who arrive with answers your family prayed for. People heaven handpicked to lift your story. The blessings people swore you would never have. They are coming so loudly that even your enemies will fall silent. Those who mocked your faith will witness your rise and will not be able to deny the hand of God on your life. Now listen, my child, this is critical. Your name has been spoken in places your feet have never touched. Conversations about you have happened in rooms you didn't know existed. Some words were meant to wound you, but heaven has flipped them into favor. What was meant to destroy you will become the very wind that lifts you higher. God wastes nothing, not even the schemes of darkness. He folds every attack into your destiny. That is why you must not fear what people whisper behind your back. Heaven hears it all, and heaven always has the final word. You are stepping into a season of sudden, accelerated change. You will shine brightest in the places where you once felt weakest. The battle that drained you will become the testimony that strengthens others. The pain that nearly killed you will become the story that saves someone's life. This is how God works. He crowns you with what was once ashes. He turns mourning into dancing. He creates songs out of silence. Your life is about to rise. Loud, undeniable, miraculous. And when it happens, those who doubted you will stand speechless. But hear my warning, beloved of my heart. Do not return to what God rescued you from. Do not pick up chains he shattered. Do not reopen the doors heaven himself closed. You cannot step into a new season while clinging to an old one. That pounding in your chest right now, that shaking in your soul, it is heaven confirming the truth. You already know what you must release. It hurts, yes, but you must let go, because what God is sending next is too holy, too powerful, too divine to be placed beside what once broke you. Let go now before the next blessing arrives. Beloved, hear me now, because the minutes are slipping and heaven is moving fast. Your hands cannot receive tomorrow's blessings if they are still gripping yesterday's wounds. Pay attention, child of my heart. I did not come to entertain you. Your destiny is on the line. I revealed hidden things because you cannot walk blindly anymore. You are standing on the edge of the greatest shift of your entire life, and heaven has already begun to release it. But you must keep your heart open. You must keep your spirit awake. This message did not appear. It was sent. It is a call, a summons, a divine alarm ringing in the center of your soul. A call to rise, to believe, to step boldly into the purpose that has followed you since birth. Lean in, my beloved, closer still. Heaven is ready to unveil things no eye has seen and no ear has heard, blessings that have been hidden for years with your name carved into them. You were never rejected from them. They were protected for you, preserved like treasures buried beneath the earth. And now is the time. That is why your spirit feels restless. That is why your chest feels tight. You can sense the shift before it arrives. Your soul hears doors opening long before your natural eyes witness them. Heaven is unlocking everything that was closed, delayed, tangled, or stolen. You ask, if such goodness is coming, why did I suffer so long? Beloved, hear me. Gems are formed under pressure. Gold is refined by fire. Your character had to be tested. Your patience had to grow roots. Your faith needed muscles. Your tears taught you wisdom that comfort never could. You love deeper now because of what broke you. You stand stronger now because of what tried to bury you. You are ready for the place God is about to set you. Ready in a way you never were before the fire. Every delay was divine. Every hardship was instruction. Every wound carried a lesson. And now you are prepared, not only ready to receive blessings, but ready to protect them, multiply them, and steward them with the strength of someone who has survived storms. Guard your spirit now, because what you're releasing has value. Watch for doubt, it is the oldest weapon the enemy owns. Protect your heart. Anger will try to poison your gift. Do not harden. Do not close off. Do not return to old chains. Stay open. Stay hopeful. Stay awake. Because what is coming is greater than anything you've hoped for, and bigger than anything you've ever dared to dream.